good, everybody? Hope you guys are doing good. So we are back today for another video, and today there's more news about another potential package. It seems like every day there's something new. So you're wondering why I have the backdrop of school. Well, do you guys miss school? You miss coloring stuff and writing on the chalkboard, trying to find countries on the globe, having apples and snacks and Doritos and chips, and using the ruler and drawing stuff? Well, guess what? It may be coming back soon. So over here, this is what's happening today, guys. I just found out recently. New proposal: give frontline workers $25,000 for tuition and student loan debt relief. And this is from Forbes, so once again, it's a reputable site. This is pretty valid from what I'm seeing, guys. So let's go over this real quick. It says healthcare workers, first responders, pharmacy workers, grocery store workers, postal workers, and many others are putting their own health at risk as they work on the front line of the bug. They are the unsung heroes of these unprecedented times, and legislators have been working to provide relief. From proposing hazard pay to forgiving student loans for healthcare workers. Okay, so this bill is called Opportunities for Heroes Act, and it seeks to provide $25,000 in student loan debt relief and tuition assistance to frontline workers. Now here's what's interesting, guys. This bill is proposed by Ann Custer, a Democrat, and Brian Fitzpatrick, a Republican, which is interesting. It outlines some criteria for who would qualify for what would be provided should the bill become a law. So this is not official yet, guys. They're still discussing it, and we'll have to wait and see what happens. The legislation will provide $25,000 in either student loan debt relief or education benefits to essential workers. If the essential worker does not wish to use their education credit, they can transfer it to a family member such as their child. Essential workers risk their health and well-being every day to keep our society functioning during this unprecedented bug. Representative Custer said in a statement, we owe the, just basically thanking our people. And it says the idea is that by eliminating student debt loan for these workers, the bill could provide them with some financial freedom to buy homes, make investments, or save for retirement. All right, now to the important thing. Who would qualify? In the bill, essential worker means an individual who was employed in essential employment and who worked at least 480 hours in a 120-day period during the bug. Essential workers who didn't work at least 480 hours due to a bug or due to caring for a family member with a bug are eligible. Alright guys, so I'm not great at math, but let's try to do some math here. Let's say you work 40 hours. You know what? Let's do this. Calculator. Alright guys, I got my handy dandy calculator because I suck at math. Okay, so let's say there are 40 hours in a week. Okay, you work 40 hours a week. Let's multiply that. So 120 days, let's just say on average there's 30 days in a month. Okay, so 40 hours a week, there are 4 weeks in a month. 160 multiply, where's multiply? Multiplied by 3 months, 480. So there you go, my math is pretty good. So if you worked 40 hours, and you worked 5 days a week. Whoops. If you worked 40 hours a day, 40 hours a week, 5 days a week, for 3 months, you'd qualify. There we go. Alright, let's move on. Clearly, I'm not good at math. Okay. So, let's continue. It says the bill outlines who works in grocery stores, people who work in grocery stores, pharmacies, and convenience stores, to healthcare workers, health manufacturing workers, those employed in cafeterias that serve food, to essential workers, those who provide childcare for families of essential workers, security and sanitation workers in locations where essential workers were employed, transportation workers, and a list of eligible workers can be found here. Lucky for you guys, I got it up for you guys, so here you go. Now let's go essential, see if I can find what we are looking for. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, alright, let's keep going. I think we're getting closer. Required, okay, it tells you what your requirement is, breaks it down. Okay, so this is the actual bill, guys. It's about 14 pages long, so if you want to read this whole thing, be my guest. I'm not much to read. Okay, here we go. This is what we're looking for, guys. Okay, let's go all the way up to A. Alright, types of employment. Okay, this is going to take a while. I'll get through it pretty quick. Employment in sale of food and pharmaceuticals, including employment by grocery stores, pharmacies, convenience stores, and other businesses that primarily sell food and beverages. Employment in the field of healthcare, including as a home health aide or pharmacist. Employment as a firefighter, emergency medical technician, emergency responder, including paramedic, employee at a 911 call center. Employment in health manufacturing for essential medical products, including personal protective equipment, isolation barriers, medical gases, pharmaceuticals, blood and blood products, vaccines, testing materials, lab supplies, cleaning, sanitizing, disinfecting, or sterilization supplies, and tissue and paper towel products. Employment in manufacturing of materials and products necessary to produce the products described in subparagraph. Employment in producing, harvesting, or processing agricultural goods, meats, poultry, and dairy for human consumption. Employment in cafeteria. So I went through that, but look at it, guys, there's a whole bunch of stuff here. So transportation too, social worker, mortuary service, community advocate, law enforcement. So I think that gives you guys a pretty good idea of what's covered. Alright, where the bill stands. This is also another important question, guys. Is it going to pass or not? Let's take a look. Let's zoom in. This is important. Okay, Custer is working on the possibility of including the bill or some type of higher education benefits for frontline workers in the next stimulus package. Organizations such as the American Healthcare Association, International Association of Firefighters, National Air Traffic Controller Association, Transportation Workers Union, and others have shown their support for the proposed legislations. Additional measures. In addition to the Opportunities for Heroes Act, there are a number of other proposals linked to frontline workers fighting the bug and providing them with financial assistance. And let's continue. It says this includes New York Congresswoman Carolyn Maloney's proposal to eliminate student debt for healthcare workers treating patients with the bug. And towards the end of it, it says here, Andrew Cuomo proposed that frontline workers should earn 50% more during the bug, including tuition-free post-secondary school for essential workers. So there you have it, guys. This is real. It's getting discussed right now. I'm pretty sure something is going to get passed at this point because they've already passed. I'm losing track of how many bills they've passed, but they're passing bills to try to keep the economy going. I'm not sure how it's going to work out long term. If we continue over here, a new bill would forgive student debt of healthcare workers fighting the bug. This is from CNBC, so we know this is a legitimate source. Just to confirm what we've been talking about over here. Student loan forgiveness for frontline health workers, co-signed by 9 other House Democrats, would forgive the outstanding balance of interest and principal due on the federal and private student loans of qualifying frontline health workers. Alright, let's keep going. Same thing with what Cuomo said over here. Basically the same thing. And just to top it all off, Yahoo Finance as well talks about this new bill. And here you go, just like I just said. As Congress eyes the next phase of the bug relief, some lawmakers want to help pay frontline workers student loans or higher education costs. Grocery clerks didn't take that job at a relatively modest wage, thinking they were saving the world, in an interview. Alright, let's continue on here. As you guys can see, they're just trying to see what they can do to help ease this thing, and I'm not going to do the math again, but essential workers who worked at least the minimum amount of time required, you can transfer the money to a family member. Some people are saying it's not nearly enough. Some politicians are saying they should be 30 grand. So who knows what's going to happen, guys, but this is what is currently being discussed. In case you're wondering, let's play a little game. Can you guys guess how much we have in student debt? Anybody? Okay, I'll show you guys how much we have. Over here, I opened it up. Now remember, guys, I'm not good at math. but I can do basic math. So this would be 1,000. This would be 100,000. This would be 1 million. This is 1 billion, and this is 1 trillion. So $1.7 trillion with a T, trillion dollars in student loan debt. So I don't know how this is all going to factor in with everything. I mean, that's a lot of debt, guys. It's a lot of debt. But I guess this is what's being discussed. Something is going to have to pass. I know people are still waiting to get their $1,200 check. Some people have already gotten it. Some states are starting to open. Some are not. Guys, there's a lot of unpredictability. The stocks, one day they're down, one day they're up. It's a complete roller coaster ride. We just got to take it day by day. Stay safe and do our own research. Remember, this is all just to spark something. I want you guys to take what I'm giving you and go and do your own research and decide for yourself what you think makes the most sense. Because a lot of these things, there's not a simple solution. You got one side that says we need to wait until this thing is basically gone, and you got one side saying the economy has to open, people are out of work, they gotta pay for stuff. So I get both sides of the argument. They both make good points. Now what's gonna actually happen, we're gonna have to wait and see, guys. But there you have it. Potential 25 grand if you're an essential worker. And what, like I was saying, guys, in here it'll tell you what qualifies. You can see if you would qualify if this thing was to pass. I'll keep you guys posted and updated in case something comes up in the next couple days or weeks. I'll keep it posted and do a follow-up. Personally, I think that something like this, I don't know if it's gonna have enough support to pass. I know they're discussing another stimulus check, so we'll have to, I mean, that's a lot of money, 25 grand for tuition and student loan. But like I said, when you have a printing press that can print unlimited amount of money, I guess it's really not that much money. Alright, so let me know what you guys think in the comments below. As always, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Until next time, peace.